Hey everyone, how's it going? So today I'm going to be doing Q&A in addition to whatever we decide in chat. I'll also be selecting the winner for our Kurisu clip contest. And that was decided through votes in my Facebook group. So I'll share the winner later on in the stream. But yeah, what do you guys want to see today? Hey, how's it going? By the way, you mentioned that I said your name wrong last time, but how do I pronounce that correctly? Hey, how's it going, Dark? Is Star okay? Hey, how's it going, Kyra? What's that, Dark? Hey, welcome to chat, Sniper. How are you? No need to apologize, you're fine. That's cool. I didn't know people put memes on TikTok, but that's interesting. So yeah, do you guys have any questions today? No. Thanks, Dark. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Which season are you on? Thanks, Kyra. I wouldn't call it that, Sniper. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. What was that? Oh my gosh. It's like a really long... Is that a red panda or is that a fox? The tail looks like the panda, but the face looks like a fox, so I'm not sure. Oh my gosh. That's awesome though. What's that, Dark? Oh my gosh, thank you. You guys are awesome. What is that? Like, seriously though, is that a turkey? Because it looks like it has a person's face on it also. Oh my gosh. Hey, how's it going, Wolf Skull? Welcome to chat. Thank you, Kyra. And Dark, thank both of you. You guys are ridiculous. But yeah, 1 second. To answer your question, like I said, I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce your name, so I'm just gonna call you Star for now. I've been drawing for as long as I can remember. Like, I was literally a toddler when I started drawing, if not younger. But I guess I really started taking everything seriously within the past 10-15 years-ish. And it's just something I've always really enjoyed. That's all I can really boil it down to. Just because I like being able to make my own interpretations of the world, without having to really fit into whatever is actually happening. Like, my favorite thing about art is sort of like, I guess, the fantasy aspect, just because you can make literally anything and nobody can tell you otherwise. Yeah, like I said, Sniper, I would not call it that. Yeah. So, what's everybody up to today? I see that Dark and Kyra are throwing bits around. What's everyone else up to? Thank you, Kyra. You're ridiculous, Dark. That's awesome, Wolf Skull. Is there anything you had in mind? Like, in particular? I might be able to potentially help you out? Like, I don't know. Because my build right now is from the NZXT website, and it was one of the pre-built PCs that they have. Give me one moment, I can link that in chat real fast. So this is kind of their landing page. Oh my gosh, that took up a lot of the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Also, thanks again to Dark and Kyra for all the bits. You guys are fantastic. Oh my gosh, Dark, thank you. So yeah, do you guys have any questions for Q&A? Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I understand. In my case, it was actually cheaper to get the pre-built PC, that I mentioned, but everyone has their own preferences. Personally, I would have preferred to probably build my own PC, but with the RTX 3090 that I wanted, it was cheaper to just buy a pre-built PC with it inside than buy the actual GPU. Like, it's ridiculous because at the time that I got the PC, I would have actually spent more just getting the GPU if I would have bought almost like all of my components separately. So, just something to consider. A song that I absolutely hate. I would say probably anything by Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber would probably be on that list. But I've never actually thought about it. Because, like, most of the songs I don't like, I don't bother looking up the title for, so it's hard to really narrow that down, unfortunately. If I could have one wish, oh no. I think if I could have one wish, it would probably be for society to make the shifts that I think it needs to, in the aspect that, like, our economy right now isn't really made to function with our current society the way it is, so I think that a lot of things need to be updated. But to avoid getting too far into politics, I won't go too far into details, I guess. I guess at the end of the day, I just wish that everybody could have everything that they need in order to survive, because there are a lot of people who go without, and I think that's dumb. Like, nobody should have to do that. To answer your question, Wolf Skull, I don't build PCs often, but when I do, my goal is longevity. So I would rather save up and spend more on a PC on the front side that has specs that are like overkill, just so that I don't have to buy a new PC for an extended period. Just because that makes life a lot easier, because you end up saving money in the long run, even if you end up spending like way too much on a PC. But again, that's just my preference, and that also depends on someone's circumstances. So, like, I understand that not everybody really has the opportunity to do that, so it just depends on what works best for you. Hey, how's it going, Maki? Welcome to chat. Do you have any questions today for our Q&A? Oh my gosh, Dark. At least you have it for a backup plan if need be, right? I'm alright, thanks. Yeah, I don't blame you there, Wolf Skull. So as far as specs, my current PC, give me 1 second, I'll pull this up. Because, like, I have a really good idea of what everything is. I just don't want to misspeak on what everything is. Computer. Properties. So, as of currently, my build has 64 gigs of RAM, a RTX 3090, Windows 10 Pro. Okay, my processor is an Intel i9, 11900K, 3.5 gigahertz. So, like I said, I personally prefer to save up and spend money on a computer that I know I'm not going to have to replace for a long while. But that all depends on like somebody's budget, obviously, and like what they plan on doing with the PC. Because like for me personally, I use a lot of really demanding programs. So like I'll have like my art programs that use a lot of RAM. Streaming can use some of those specs depending on what you're doing. But you also need to have like a decent internet connection too. So that's something else that I have. I don't actually remember what my router is though. But yeah, let's see. Scrolling back up to see what other questions we had. Dark, to answer your question, yes, I have dyed my hair colors. It would probably be easier to tell you the colors that I haven't had in my hair, but, you know, that's a story for another time, maybe. Actually, I'm not sure if there are any that I haven't had. So, Wolf Skull, what about my character model exactly? Did you want to know? Because as far as this particular avatar, it is my own artwork. And I commissioned somebody on Fiverr to rig the avatar so that it sort of matches all of my movements. But yeah. You mean like the design or? So Kurisu is my own character, from start to finish. Everything about her design is something that I've put together. And as far as her lore, unfortunately that one's not actually that interesting. She's just me as a fox. Also, I don't know if I've said it or not, but welcome to Chat Lion. We've had a lot going on in chat today. Scrolling through, there's a lot of stuff here, guys. Thank you for being so active here. No, Wolf Skull, I have not checked out Digital Storm PCs. Dark, I have not. I don't think I've had neon pink. It's not really a color I prefer. But like, the shade of pink that I had in it wasn't the only color at the time. It was actually probably more of a magenta though, in combination with a handful of other colors. Also, Dark, thank you for the bits. You're awesome. And also thank you, Kyra, for the bits. And Wolf Skull, to answer your question, I mostly stream platformers. So like as an example, I've streamed Spyro, I've streamed Rayman, we've been doing Cuphead recently. But I really like that sort of platformer feel just because, like, I'm not a huge fan of first-person shooters, and it's like, that's what everything is now. But, like, I don't know. I also like to play MMOs, but I don't really think that they would be as fun to stream. But I don't know. I guess it would depend on whether or not I was playing with other people. And to answer your question, Dark, yes, I do have a piercing that matches Kurisu's. Thanks, Wolf Skull. You know, I think I played a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV, but I didn't actually get far enough into the game to really know what's going on. Like, I've never really played much Final Fantasy, but I wanted to try it out because I had some friends that were playing at the time. I think I might have gotten through maybe character creation and then done a few quests, but I didn't really get too much accomplished, unfortunately. Yeah, Final Fantasy definitely has a lot of lore. I just have not personally looked into any of it or played any of the games enough to really have an opinion, unfortunately. Thinking about it, like, this is going to probably sound really childish, but out of all the MMOs I've played, I've probably put the most time into MapleStory, and I haven't played that one in years. Thanks, Dark, I really appreciate that. Oh my gosh, Lion. That's cool, Sniper. Oh my gosh. Lion, you're ridiculous. And yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's literally just your messages that are getting hung up in chat, and I don't know why. It makes no sense. Oh my gosh, Lion. Speaking of clips, I would like to congratulate Dark, for winning our Kurisu clip contest. So, yeah, that was for this clip right here. Give me one moment and I will share in chat. So for anybody who wants to watch that clip, that is the clip that had the most votes in our group on Facebook. So, Dark, after the stream is over, I will be sending you a code for a $20 Steam gift card. So yeah, congratulations. No banhammer for Dark today. Oh my gosh. So is there anything else that you guys want to talk about, or any other questions for our Q&A? Definitely evenings. I hate morning. Morning is my least favorite time of the day, unless I am already up from being up all night. Yeah, I'm like the worst morning person. You're fine, Wolf Skull. You can ask whatever you want. Maki, to answer your question, I use Corel Painter 2019. Which unfortunately isn't a free-to-use software, but one thing that I really like about it is just the fact that it's reliable. Like, I've never really had any issues with it that wasn't a result of, like, one of my older PCs just not being able to handle the processing or anything like that. But yeah, like, that's really the only time I've ever had issues with it. And one of my favorite things is the fact that out of the brushes that are available for that program, it emulates like traditional media really well. So if that's something that you're interested in as an artist, I definitely recommend it. Let's see. Yeah, Dark, I did answer that kind of fast, because like I said, I hate morning. It's my least favorite time of the day, unfortunately. Yes, Lion, I agree. Mornings suck. And as far as inspirations, I would have to look up her name, but I really liked the illustration style from Vampire Knight, which is an older anime and manga. One second. So that was illustrated by Matsuri Hino. So I would say she's probably one inspiration. I also really like the art style from like Bleach and Code Geass and a handful of others. There are other questions here. Between pancakes and waffles, I would say it depends on what toppings are available. Because I would say when it comes to pancakes, I like to eat them with honey. But with waffles, they're fine plain. Just because they have those crispy bits that aren't like too crispy if you cook them right. What are you worried about, Dark? Oh, I see. Yeah, Maki. There's nothing wrong with Photoshop. Really, my only complaint with Photoshop is that they've kind of transitioned to a subscription-based payment, and I'm not really a fan of that. But if you have like an older version that's not like, well, I guess the ones now that were like full payment, like, are kind of old at this point. But yeah, that's probably my complaint about Photoshop. Dark, my favorite time of the year is probably either spring or summer. Just because those are the times of the year when it's typically warmer. I hate cold weather. That said, I do like snow, just not when I'm out in it. It's nice to look at, but that's about it. I guess I would say spring because there's more rain during the spring and I really like the smell of the rain. Oh my gosh, Dark. Wolf Skull, to answer your question, I think my favorite animals are probably foxes. I suppose that one probably goes without saying. I also really enjoy African servals. Let's see. I also really like a variety of birds. Ravens are one of my favorites. I also really like macaws. Just because both of those varieties have a lot of personality, and I would like to have like a whole variety of birds someday, but right now it's not really in the cards just because I have too busy of a life to be able to have such a demanding sort of pet. I say pet, but you know, it's kind of like having a toddler. Let's see. Yeah, Dark. The snow is nice as long as it's over there. Sniper. That one's hard to answer. Between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I prefer foods from all of these times. And as far as like, I don't know, because I'll eat anything any time of day, so like I'll have breakfast for dinner or dinner for breakfast. It doesn't really matter to me. I just kind of eat whatever I want at the time. But as a general statement, I never have any complaints about most varieties of pasta. I'm just not really a fan of the sauces that are available. I would rather put butter and like black pepper and salt and maybe a handful of other spices than have a sauce. I just am not a fan of tomato sauces. I've never had pineapple on pizza, but I'm not a fan of pineapple in general, so I don't think I would enjoy it. Thank you, Kyra. You're awesome. Dark, you're ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I plan on it, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Matt, what are you doing on the desk? You can't be up here. Here. Okay, so he wants to be on the desk, but he doesn't want to be on my lap, so now he ran away. Cats are interesting sometimes. To answer your question, Wolf Skull, I do enjoy anime a lot. That's actually primarily what I watch as far as most series. But I would say my favorite anime series is probably, well, which anime have I seen recently that made me emotional? You know, honestly, I don't really get all that emotional, just in general. Um, I guess I'm pretty mellow most of the time. I would say probably the closest though, one of my favorites is Steins Gate. There's a lot of story to that, and you get really attached to the characters. Another one was, I'm trying to think of what it's called. I think it was Violet Evergarden, which I recommend that one too. That said, I wouldn't necessarily say it's for younger audiences, just because there is some mature content there. But I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of the case with any of the series that I watch for the most part. But yeah, those are a couple that I've enjoyed that kind of made me feel something. Sniper. I would say my favorite movie, one that I default to, is probably Atlantis: The Lost Empire, which was an older Disney movie from the early 2000s. I also really enjoyed Lilo and Stitch. Um, some of the newer ones that I've liked, let's see. I also really enjoyed Chappie. That's a good one. And then I think if there are any others. Yeah, those are the ones that come to mind offhand. You guys are ridiculous. Don't try to scare Lion. I don't even think he's streaming right now, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I totally agree, Dark. Definitely overrated. Definitely underrated. Oh my gosh. Lion, what did you do? Oh my gosh. I'm sure you didn't. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Do you guys have any other questions? If not, I can go ahead and give you guys the choice. Do we want to work on some more Cuphead gameplay? Or do we want to play a different game? Or do we want to work on art? I'll leave it up to you guys. Oh my gosh, Sniper, that's ridiculous. That sounds like a mess. Alright, so that's one vote for Cuphead and one vote for art. Right now it looks like we have 7 people here, so what did the other 5 of you think? That's 2 votes for Cuphead. gosh, Dark, thank you. Thank you for what? Or you're welcome for... I don't know. Why are you thanking me? There we go. That's the question. I appreciate that, but I'm not doing anything special. Oh my gosh, Dark, thank you. Alright, so like I was saying, we have 2 votes for Cuphead and 1 vote for art. What do the rest of you guys think? Alright, so 2 votes art, 2 votes Cuphead. Yes, Maki, I do use a Wacom. I have a 27 QHD, which is one of their pen displays. That's 3 votes art, 2 votes Cuphead. Yeah. I saved for a long while to get that, but I definitely don't regret it. It makes my life so much easier. Yeah, XP Pen is pretty good as well. My boyfriend also uses XP Pen, and he hasn't really had any complaints. Really the only thing that I saw that was different between his tablet and mine, I think his is the 24-inch instead of 27, so it's like a little bit smaller, but not like a noticeable amount because either one is huge compared to what most people would need. But I noticed that his stylus just has the one usable tip versus the ones that Wacom have usually have like a pen nib and an eraser nib. So like that's really the only big difference that I saw. But they both have like the programmable buttons and everything. Yeah, I totally understand, Maki. Yeah, Dark, he does also draw, but I have not been able to get him to do that for a while. As of recently, he's mostly been focusing on the new Destiny expansions. Let's see, Destiny, Guild Wars. I think he was playing the new Monster Hunter game recently, but the other 2 have kind of taken over. But I haven't been able to get him to stream, unfortunately. Yeah, he's ridiculous. He comes in here all the time with a ban hammer thinking he's gonna ban people. And then other times his pocket tries to, so... Every day is interesting. Also, thank you, Kyra, for the bits. Oh my gosh, Dark, you're ridiculous. Alright, so I think we are at 3 votes for art and 2 votes for Cuphead. We have a few more people who haven't voted yet. If you want to vote in chat. I mean, it's not necessarily that I'm debating, I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. I'm debating on the sounds I want to use, though. That's where the real debate is. That's a tricky one, Dark. Teleportation theoretically would be a lot more efficient, but I think flying would probably be more enjoyable, so I'm not certain. I'm not scared of anything. What's that, Dark? Oh my gosh. I mean, there's a very specific list of things that somebody would have to do in order to get banned here. Spam is a big one, but definitely spoilers. I'm not about spoilers. Oh my gosh, you're not wrong. That's debatable. Technically I went to see it, but I was not awake for like any part of it. It's a long story. I hadn't slept yet, and I had been up like way too many hours, so I just kind of slept through it. And like, based on what I heard, like, from the people that I went to go see the Batman movie with, I don't know if it's one that I would enjoy. Yeah, unfortunately, Dark, you're not wrong. My only complaint was that the theater was too cold, so I woke up a lot, but I didn't really see anything that was worth watching. And I don't mean that the movie itself wasn't worth watching, but like, none of the parts that I saw were anything, because I kind of just saw like bits and pieces here and there. Also, I don't know about that, Dark. Like, I'm really objective when I actually watch a movie, but I can't say that I have an opinion on the Batman movie because I didn't actually see any of it. But also, for anybody who is joining chat, or joining the video, I guess, the stream, right now we are at 3 votes art, 2 votes Cuphead, if anybody wants to vote in chat to decide what we're doing today. Up in the air, I want you to jump. Jump. Like you trying to get stuck in it. I didn't mean it like that, Dark. I have not watched that one yet, Dark. Because, like, I just haven't had the time yet, but I've heard a lot of really mixed things about it. Because, like, overall, it seems like it's had really positive reviews, except for people who are being, like, really super critical over, I would say, unimportant details. Like, not that they're unimportant to the story, but, like, things that shouldn't determine whether or not somebody wants to see a movie. Yeah, I can imagine. So we're still 3 votes Art, 2 votes Cuphead. Yeah, I would have imagined that Batman would be hard to sleep through also, but it wasn't. Alright, so I'm gonna throw a wrench in things. And since I think I'm one of the people that's counted in the viewers right now, I'm gonna throw my vote for Cuphead. So that's 3 votes Cuphead, 3 votes Art. Does anybody want to break the tie? Thanks, Dark. You're awesome. Thank you, Kyra. Oh my gosh, Wolf Skull. It's 3-3 right now, so I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, we could probably do that. I'm just going to switch my screen real quick to get everything set up. You guys are welcome to say what you'd like in chat, and I will respond once I get everything ready for some art. sorry for the wait. I think I'm back. Let me make sure chat is good here. Nope, I need to adjust that just a little bit. Oh my gosh. It's not letting me stretch this as much as I need to. Usually it does. Oh my gosh. Oh. I guess I'm just not gonna type anything in this chat. Yeah, thank you so much, Kyra, for all the bits. And yeah, you guys are also welcome to continue asking whatever you'd like as far as Q&A goes. I'm gonna see if I can find a decent reference real quick. Whatever you say, Sniper. I don't know if our chat will let you or not, Wolf Skull. But if you want to send me a whisper, you can, and I can take a look at it. I'll see you later, Dark. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for the bits. And yes, Wolf Skull, I am. Just trying to find a good enough reference, because I'm not sure what I want to do yet.
Girl, I know you, but you're everything I want in life. We're fighting danger like kung fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, and I just want it. I just see myself. I just see myself. I just see myself. If you ever need a helper, you should know that I'll be there day and night. Nobody else can love you better. I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only pain I can endure. And when you're not here, you're my dream, but I just want it. Yeah, I just wanna. You my bunny, I'm your clock. From now to eternity, I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arms. The others don't matter, my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one and I know this perfect soulmate. I wanna show it my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard times.
I'm sorry about that, guys. Oh my gosh. That would explain why nobody's been responding. Oh my gosh. But yeah, like I was saying, and nobody could hear, I usually use the scratchboard tool for my line art. And the line thickness can vary depending on like what size canvas you start with, but for reference I usually start with 11 inches by 17 inches at 300 dpi, and my actual line thickness for the line art is typically 2.5 pixels, and that looks kind of like what I have here. But yeah, I also usually, like, it depends on whether I am making a full piece or not, but I'll also usually have a different layer of line art for each color I plan on using. I would disagree with that statement, Sniper, because in order to be 1% nacho, you'd have to be 99 pounds and eat 1 pound of nachos. I mean, I guess you'd be 1% nacho cheese and not even 1% nacho. But yeah. You're not wrong, Maki. What do you mean, what did you hear, Lion? Also, we did kind of decide to draw Cuphead art, but I'm not sure what I want to draw. Like, what do you guys want to see? Like, it's not gonna be anything, like, super complex, because I'm probably only gonna be here for, like, a little bit longer. But I'll leave it up to you guys. Well, Bonky, it depends on how recently he ate the nachos. Because, like, if he, like, just ate them, they're not nachos. I mean, technically speaking, I think the towel was probably already dirty to begin with. just because like different bacteria, etc., kind of just develop over time, and the moist environment sort of helps promote that. I don't know, Maki, because it could be argued either way, really. Because you could say that 1% of the mass within his body, like total, could be considered nacho.
Sound waves reaching the microphone are changed into impulses of electric current.
No need to worry about your pre-recorded music tapes being accidentally erased. It can't happen.
I would say if you dropped a bar of soap on the floor, both could simultaneously be correct depending on how dirty the floor is or how clean the soap is. And I mean, really, like, with the way soap works, even if it was dirty, as soon as you rinse it off, theoretically, it's quote-unquote clean. So, you know, it could go either way. So, what are you guys all up to? Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or any more questions that you have? No, Wolf's Call, I don't. I understand, Sniper, you're fine. And I hope you have a good time, Lion. I know that can kind of go either way. Yeah, I definitely understand that, Lion. Yeah, I definitely understand that one, Lion. But yeah. Do you guys have any questions or anything? Yeah, it was. I don't typically sleep at night. To clarify, I usually sleep during the day, so I do get sleep at some point, just not at night. Every day is different, Lion. Sometimes I don't, but I still work on stuff anyway. A lot of the emotes I have are kind of just based on the text emojis that I usually use. Like, a lot of times you'll probably see them, like, in the updates that I share for, like, when I'm starting a stream or whatever. But they're mostly based on those. But then a handful of them, like the band hammer, was actually not one that I planned on doing. It was kind of just like a confused expression, like a, you know, what the heck? And then someone's like, hey, you should make a banhammer emote. So it just kind of got incorporated into that emote. So sometimes things are planned, sometimes they just kind of happen. As far as emotes, like, I'll use the ones I was making for Zenmi as an example. Like, they're literally just sort of converting his character, like my emotes into his character. So, like, it really just depends on what somebody is looking for. Oh my gosh, Wolf Skull, that's crazy. That's awesome, Sniper. And yeah, Lion, that's cool. If you want to send me a message later, you can. Yeah, that works. Oh my gosh, I love the hype one. Hey, welcome to chat, Cybercat. How are you? Oh, I see. Yeah, I couldn't read the other one. It was too tiny. I'm doing alright, thanks. How are you? And also, do you have any questions for our Q&A today? Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. I like that one. That's awesome, Lion. I need to make one of those. I don't think I would consider a hot dog a sandwich because usually when I think sandwich, I think two separate pieces of bread. But if the hot dog bun was split into two sections, I think it could probably be considered a sandwich. One moment and I can share the playlist in chat real fast. Alright, so that is the playlist I'm currently playing if anybody wants that. I'm honestly not sure what all's in it. I literally just searched for royalty-free music and that came up.
I ain't feeling lonely, and I wanna admit it's time to end the ride. Fading it too slowly, with those gonna lift me up this time. You were the only one who got me tripping up inside. All the words you told me, am I reading something different from your eyes? See you, for a moment even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. See you, for a moment even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Your voice is getting nearer, heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going, why we gotta feel amplified. Stay into the morning, countless hours spending by your side. You look at me, I'm soaring, seeing all the truth behind your eyes. See you, for a moment even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. See you,
Oh, that's ridiculous, Wolf Skull.
see you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Your voice is getting nearer, heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going, why we gotta feel amplified. Stay till the morning, countless hours spent.
Yeah, YouTube is ridiculous sometimes with their policies. That's why I'm kind of glad that I mostly focus on Twitch. But I mean, you know, any platform has its own challenges. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed my stream. If you haven't already, please consider following my channel. I will be back next week on Wednesday evening if anyone wants to stop by at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. But yeah, thanks again, everybody, and have a great day.